It would be safe to say that Bollywood would be leaving on a jet plane and reaching Toronto this June for the International Indian Film Academy Awards. IIFA's ambassadors Anil Kapoor and Preeti Zinta were in town early this week for the IIFA pre-launch press conference. Here is Shalini Dixit with more on that.
Glitz, glamour and the biggest stars from Indian movie industry will converge on Canada's largest city this summer in what is being pegged as Bollywood's most highly anticipated event of the year. Toronto is the first city in North America to host the IIFA Awards, India's version of the Oscars. A three-day celebration of film will be held from June 23rd to 25th at the Rogers Centre. This event is expected to bring an estimated 40,000 visitors and more than 500 members of the media to Toronto. The awards ceremony at the Rogers Centre will be broadcast on television to more than 60 million people around the world. Having travelled to locations like Great Britain, China, Europe, Middle East, Thailand and Sri Lanka in the past, the International Indian Film Academy will make its North American debut in Ontario, Canada this year. The three-day-long IIFA weekend and awards is all set to take place from the 23rd to 25th of June. Known for its cultural, entertainment and metropolis scene, Toronto is an ideal choice for IIFA 2011. Toronto is considered a global city and is one of the top financial centers in the world. The Toronto International Film Festival welcomes more than 450,000 people every year, including film executives, movie buffs and everyday citizens in a celebration of film. The official launching for the 12th International Indian Film Academy Awards was held in Toronto on Wednesday, 19th of January. At the ceremony, famous film star Anil Kapoor addressed a packed conference room filled with national and international media. He said that Toronto will be Bollywood central and the awards will not only provide hundreds of thousands of dollars for the city's tourism industry, but will also highlight Toronto on the world stage.
Honorable Premier Meganti, Honorable Ministers Sandra Pepetto, Michael Chang, Honorable Consul General of India, Mrs. Preeti Zinta, Honorable dignitaries and friends from the media. I am delighted to be here in the wonderfully culturally rich city of Toronto to share the joy of announcing the North American debut of the International Indian Film Academy celebrations of 2011. Firstly, I would like to thank Premier Meganti and the province of Ontario and IIFA for giving me this unique honor of representing the IIFA movement at such a momentous phase. I'm very happy that all of you are friends from the media and all of you are here in large numbers to capture our joy at this moment. IIFA means different things for each person. To most of you, it is that larger-than-life, glamorous event that is filled with stardom, glitz, glamour, and frenzy. For me, it's much more. My relationship with IIFA started on a different note. I was completely indifferent to it. I was nominated in two categories. In two categories for the inaugural IIFA Awards, which were held at the Millennium Dome in London. To my mind, as is done for most film awards, if you attend it, you win it. While watching the glamorous show on television, when it came to the announcements of the awards, I forced my family, which was eagerly watching the ceremony, to switch off the television. I said, please switch it off. I said that the award will be given to someone else who was attending the ceremony, and my sincere and honest work would be ignored. He switched off the television and retired to sleep. I woke up the next morning to congratulations deluge of phone calls. I had won the IIFA award in both the categories that I was nominated for without attending. From that day onwards, for me, IIFA had built belief, trust, and credibility. Year after year, I've seen belief in IIFA grow across the industry. The sense of professionalism, perfection, planning, global vision, and international understanding, which has made IIFA stand apart and represent India and Indian cinema with panache and credibility. IIFA's journey over the last 11 years has opened many doors for the Indian film fraternity in all the host countries that it has been to, in terms of distribution, exhibition, film shooting locations, or the invaluable assistance received from government and tourism bodies to Indian filmmakers. IIFA has helped promote Indian cinema beyond its geographical borders, increasing the foreign earnings of Indian films considerably. IIFA has always stood for integration and the building of bridges between the two countries. I had the joy of anchoring IIFA Johannesburg in South Africa, where one of my films was premiered. During that edition of the IIFA, the seeds were sown for a relationship that I believe will last beyond my lifetime. I met friends who went on to believe in me and a film that we were finding hard to get funding for. We went on to make my first production, Gandhi, My Father. In a way, you can say that IIFA changed my life. After that visit, and after I made the film Gandhi, My Father, I understood Gandhi and his values deeply. I showcased the film to the cabinet of South Africa, and I ended up meeting my life's idol, Madiba, Nelson Mandela. And then South Africa honored me as their brand ambassador. I showcased the award-winning film to the world's finest filmmakers, including Danny Boyle, who thereafter cast me in a film called, as you all know, Slumdog Millionaire. Slumdog Millionaire, 24, MI4 are just the recent milestones that me as an actor, you see over here standing in front of you, just beginning my international career. And the journey has begun from IIFA, South Africa. I've been to many IIFAs before, and it always proves to be a wonderful experience each time, where the whole film fraternity gets together to laud and celebrate the best of the best, with splendor, with affection, with emotion. I'm especially excited to see the IIFA action now shift to Toronto, with this beautiful country which has such a close association with India. I've always been of the opinion that India and Canada share a very, very warm relationship. And we have similar in terms of business and hospitality. And for the reason I'm extremely pleased to be part of IIFA Canada. It is my belief that IIFA will be wonderfully staged for both our countries. It will be a wonderful stage for both our countries to strengthen their ties and explore the diversity with mutual admiration. Today, I'm here as a flag bearer for IIFA and Indian cinema. I met Premier McGinty and his colleagues at his office. He shared with me as many stories about how eager he and the people of Ontario are delighted that IIFA is here. It was a very, very emotional moment for me when he presented me the Ontario flag, which I will always hold dear and treasure. And most importantly, share a hug. A magical hug, as we say in Hindi, Jadoo ki chappi. That represented me the joy, warmth, and delight that the people of Canada are welcoming us with. It is this warmth and happiness that I will take back to India and share with my fraternity, and use it to lay the green carpet that will connect India and Canada this June. To all of you present here, I commit that IIFA Toronto will be the biggest landmark event and will define the future of relationships between our two countries. On behalf of IIFA, let me assure you that we will work together with you and your team to create magic. IIFA Toronto will rock.
Leading Bollywood actress Preeti Zinta was also present on the occasion.
I've had a long and fruitful relationship with IIFA since its inception. Not only have I won awards at IIFA, I've also performed for them. The last time I was here with Wizcraft in Toronto, we were here on an unbelievable journey, and that was the Unforgettable Tour. The next IIFA, which is the 12th IIFA, is to be held in Toronto. It is a highly respected award ceremony, and it is a huge honor for me to represent it. It has always stood for the building of bridges, be it between people, between film industries, between countries, cultures, and of course, businesses. It aims to give the Indian film fraternity an international platform while introducing other cultures to this little slice of India. Each year, more than 1,000 films are produced in India, and the average number of people in India that go to see a film is 23 million people per day. In fact, 20% of the revenue generated by our movies is from the overseas market. Today, the Indian film industry has gained popularity all over the world, and the success of IIFA is a testimony of that fact. Toronto has been a popular destination for Indian filmmakers now. Several of our films have been shot here, including a couple of mine. In fact, recently, the Canadian government has been trying to create favorable destinations specifically for the purpose of Indian film shootings. This is a very touching gesture, and it gives Indian filmmakers an easier way to gain access to the types of locations that cannot be found anywhere in India or in the world. The Greater Toronto Area, Brampton, Mississauga, Markham have a huge Indian population, and so the popularity of Indian cinema in Canada is inevitable, which makes it a very suitable venue for the 2011 IIFA Weekend and Awards. IIFA is truly the grandest celebration of Indian cinema abroad. So ladies and gentlemen, come to IIFA on June 23rd to 25th, only in Toronto. Do not miss it, because this is IIFA's first North American premiere, thanks to Premier McGuinty. Thank you.
Ontario Premier Dalton McGuinty said Toronto was the perfect host city for the awards show because of its ethnic diversity and the leadership in the film industry.
But I also believe that movies bring us together. Movies give us a way to communicate across borders. They help us understand who we are and show us that for all our differences, we're all so very much the same. We share the same hopes, the same fears, the same joys. No matter where we come from, movies really do bring us together. And with hundreds of millions of people expected to watch IIFA on TV, that's a whole lot of togetherness. Now let me tell you what the award weekend means for Ontario specifically. It will build on our growing economic and cultural ties with India. It will solidify Toronto and Ontario as an international destination for tourism. Not only will there be many cultural celebrations for families across the GTA to enjoy, but we'll also have a global business forum for film producers and other businesses is also part of the plans. It will provide great networking opportunities, a chance for Indian partners to find out more about our film and television production sector, the third largest in North America. So Bollywood fans and businesses will all have something to cheer about. And I know that we're going to be putting our best foot forward during the IIFA weekend. Ontario has years of experience when it comes to welcoming the world to our cultural events, and we know how to put on an unforgettable weekend. And something else that Andre Timmons was telling me, which I'm pleased to learn, for those of you who are familiar with Indian cinema, you will know that the Kapoors are really considered the first family of that industry. And right after the close of the IIFA weekend, for the following month, there's going to be a Raj Kapoor retrospective hosted by the Toronto International Film Festival, and we're very, very pleased and honored to be able to do that. Because of the incredible diversity of our people, we here in Ontario and in Canada are reminded daily that what's most important about people is not the color of our skin. It's not the language we speak. It's not the culture we embrace. It's not the faith that we practice. It's not the traditions that we cherish. It's not the power that we wield, nor is it the wealth that we accumulate. What is most important about people everywhere on this tiny planet that we share and call home together is our common humanity. That's what connects us. That's why we can laugh, cry, and sing together, whether in a movie theater, our living rooms, or an international celebration of film. So we can't wait to welcome everyone to Toronto, Ontario. We'll be doing what movies do best, bringing people together for an unforgettable experience. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here today. I want to extend a special thank you to all who have applied their considerable efforts to ensuring that IIFA in Toronto 2011 will be a wonderful success.
He mentioned that this step will build on the growing economic and cultural ties between our province and India and showcase Toronto to the world. Brampton will form the launchpad for the IIFA 2011 with its Silver City Cinema complex to set the stage IIFA World Premiere on June 23rd. IIFA Rocks follows June 24th at the Ricoh Coliseum in Toronto, while the finale IIFA Awards has been scheduled for June 25th at Toronto's famous Rogers Centre. Running alongside will be an IIFA Film Festival being held in various cineplexes, along with an IIFA Film Workshop and the FICCI IIFA Global Business Forum.